Jeffrey Thomas, Calypso Sobriquet Prince Unique, a unique gentleman. You've seen him many times on CultureShare with the video Wine Your Waist, and he's here with us now in person to speak with us, the other side of the Prince Unique. Prince, welcome to CultureShare.
It's always a pleasure being on CultureShare.
The video, very popular. Been hearing quite a number of favorable comments about it. Is this your first one?
Well, it's not the first video. At least I had Be a Believer, which is one of the other songs on the album. I also have that video, which is released in Trinidad, and is going very well, very well. And we have just sent across Wine Your Waist, and from the feedback I got a couple of days ago, it is also doing well. A fantastic job down there. I think it's actually giving the record a new life, the album a new life. You know, I think one thing I like to say is that I think that music video now for Calypsonian is about the way to go. You know, it's another way of it's another marketing strategy that Calypsonians can use for pushing the product. Yeah.
What was the experience like doing Wine Your Waist with CultureShare?
Well, the atmosphere at CultureShare is always a pleasant one. It's always one that is welcome to the artists and welcome to the public. And at least I must congratulate the producers of this show for the type of job that they're doing. And the experience was one that, at first, even though I hadn't done it before, I thought that it was something simple for me to get into, you know. And I went right into it, and everything fall into line. At least when we were doing the video, there were dancers, there were people who were passing in the streets who just heard the music and felt compelled by the rhythm to be part of the video. So it was a very good experience in that I hadn't had to go out and actually look for you know, for people to be part of the video. It came naturally. Yeah. So then it was a good experience, and I'm hoping to do my next video soon.
Indeed. Well, it has brought you into more prominence in the Calypso business, because virtually Prince Unique. Let's go back from the beginnings of your career, and let's trace it from then till now.
Well, I started to do Calypso professionally in 1985. Before that, I was a vocal pop singer, pop, reggae, whatever. And I know that I wanted to be internationally known artist. And I know that the field that I had to choose at that time was something that was coming from the West Indies, Trinidad and Tobago, and the rest of the Caribbean. And I know that the only medium that wish I could have done it was through Calypso. And that is apart from my love for Calypso. So I decided, I started to write. And in 1986, I worked with the Calypso Superstars in Tobago. That was a tent run by Calypso Rose. And in 1987, I contested the Calypso competition there, and I won the Tobago Monarch in 87. In 88, I went to Trinidad, and I performed there with one of the bigger tents. And from there, it was, you know, it was a straight climb until, like now, Wine Your Waist has really made me into one of the more recognized Calypso artists coming out of Trinidad. As a young artist, Calypso.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were speaking just before, you know, off camera, before the interview, of Calypso within the tents, as opposed to Calypso from the commercial aspect. You've done Wine Your Waist, a commercial Calypso, which fits in quite nicely with the kind of atmosphere we have in New York, where you're at, where you are at the moment. Yeah. But the lighter side of the art form, the picong, are you into that also?
Well, not really. As a matter of fact, I think that not every Calypsonian can do everything in Calypso. I think that there are some Calypsonians who are capable of writing a special type of song and are not able to write, let's say, a song for commercial purposes, you know. And if you really want to I mean, be part of the experience of the true art form, it is like an invitation to go to one of the Calypso tents, where you have the picongs, you know, what people would really like to know of the Calypso, the roots of it, you know, the commercial part of it is mainly for like returns and things like that and establishment. But the real love, the real beauty of calypso, it lies in the calypso tent, you know, and it's not much artists can really, you know, compose those kind of songs. There are some people who compose serious humor, right? They are very serious songs, but yet they are humorous. Well, I could write a serious song, but my serious songs are basically informative songs, you know, and not necessarily pick-ons and things like that, you know. And I think that is one of the things that, you know, a lot of people should get into, being part of the tent experience. That is where the source is, you know. And people like Conk Robin and these guys could tell you about that part of it. Yeah.
You mentioned that you had to move from initial pop and some reggae into the calypso. Was it difficult making that transformation?
No, it wasn't difficult because I was exposed to calypso all the time, you know, and it's just that I had to make a choice of what I want to do, right? I know that I wanted to be an artist, a singer, right? But I just had to make a choice as to which way I want to go. And switching from pop and so on to calypso, it wasn't difficult because at least I'm a writer, you know, and I'm a performer. I'm always on the stage. So it wasn't like just getting into something that I don't know. I was into the stage business all the time. So then it's just shifting from one thing to the other. And I was very comfortable doing that. At least I get more excitement doing calypso than singing pop music. But I could do a lot of pop as well, you know.
Do you inspire yourself to sing calypso, or do you get that inspiration from other forces around you?
Well, it happens at all levels. I feel that inspiration coming from within me as well as from around me, you know. And I write I'm an inspirational writer. I don't just, you know, like pick a topic and say I'm going to write on this, you know. The topic just come to me, or, you know, the lines or the melody just come to me, and I just start to write. And once I start to write, I could write a song in, you know, in no time, you know.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Once I have it.
Picture this, night of a show, you're backstage, there's a performer on stage, and the next performer to come on is Prince Unique.
Yeah.
When you realize that that performer on stage is beginning to wind down, and you're there backstage, what goes through your mind then?
Well, first I must say that whenever I'm performing, as once the MC introduces me on stage, I tell myself that I'm the best performer in the world, right? And no other performer is better than me. That's my feeling when I'm on stage. And I think it is important that artists feel this way about themselves when they are actually performing. Right? So that when I'm backstage and the next performer is doing his thing, you know, I'm anxiously waiting to go on to do mine, you know what I mean? Because especially if he's doing a good job, once he's doing a good job, well, that motivates me more, you know. So then it's something that I like. I like to get that kind of challenge before I go on stage. I like to get that type of challenge. It helped me to you know, broaden my you know, style, and to really rise above well, at least not the competition, but rise above the you know, the challenge of going like after a good performance.
Yeah, a way to motivate yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Who were your early influences in the calypso business?
Well, I must say, my daughter, one of my little daughters, she sings also. As a matter of fact, she was the person who made the punchline in Wine Your Waist. You know, Wine Your Waist Mama, Wine Your Waist Papa. She was the person who did that, you know. And at present, she's the reigning junior calypso monarch of Tobago.
Oh yeah? Interesting.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, she's into calypso, she likes it, you know. And I'm very proud of her liking the art form, because, you know, at this time there's a lot of other musical influence, you know. It's important that the youths, you know, get involved into what is theirs, You know, I'm not denying the other cultures, you know, but what I'm saying is that it's important that the youths get involved into what is theirs, you know, and once they are part of what is theirs, then you know you have continuity in what you in the art form, you know, because let's say after a couple of years you need to have somebody to carry on, and once you have the youths involved into it, you could be assured of that.
When Prince Unique listens to other calypsos, Trinidad, the OECS, from wherever, is Prince Unique satisfied with what he hears?
Well, definitely. You see, what we have to look at is that you have to start somewhere, right? And what I would say, the Prince Unique of, let's say, 5 years ago, I'm not the same type of person. Performing, writing, and public relations and everything, I'm a totally advanced person. And I think that we have to agree that, you know, people have different stages, and it depends on how you consider what you're doing, you know, how serious you look at what you're doing, and what are your goals, what you aspire to attain, you know, things like that. So then I would say that around the Caribbean, I think that the Calypsonians are doing a magnificent job. And I'm seeing now that the trend is music video, they are incorporating a music video into the whole project so as to give more prominence to the art form. And I think that is a very good thing that is happening. And I would like, you know, more Calypsonians get involved into music video as another alternative to marketing the product, you know.
And what is Prince Unique now aiming for in the Calypso business?
Well, I must say that my goals are really to go to the limit of Calypso, to the full limit of my potential, right? In that I look beyond the year that I'm in for Calypso, for writing. As a matter of fact, I'm ready for recording for like 1993, you know. I set my standards so that I could have, you know, like a up climb. I'm not saying that I'm going to write today for today, you know. I'm going to think about writing continuously so that I would always have material to continue. Take for instance like Wine Your Waist. A lot of people wondering whether I could, you know, could write another song like Wine Your Waist, or whether it was like just one shot and go, you know. And I think that like next year we're going to prove that is different. That is, you know, that is definitely not so, because I know that we have a much better album than the one that we had previously. A much better album.
Well, Unique, we'll be looking forward to that next year.
Yeah, I
and we in CultureShare, we want to wish you all the best. Keep on doing what you're doing. The culture needs you.
Yeah. Also, I would like to add one thing, is that I would wish that, you know, more people get involved into CultureShare. You know, the sponsors, you know, all the, because I think it is a medium whereby people keep in contact. The West Indian people especially keep in contact with what is happening back home, you know, and it's another way of sort of, you know, encouraging the other ethnic groups to participate in to share in our thing, you know, because we are already sharing in their things. So it is, I think CultureShare is doing a magnificent job, and I would like, you know, to see more people get involved in terms of sponsorship, you know, to the program, and you know, helping to keep the culture alive, and the program to ensure that the program really comes on, stay on the air, you know. So I would like, you know, this to really happen. And I say it is a pleasure being here, and I could guarantee you that we have something nice coming for next year.
Great. Yeah. So keep it coming, Prince Unique.
Yeah.
And keep those vocal cords smooth as ever.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, great. Harold PYSADEE once again for CultureShare.